Hello and welcome to the episode. I'm disappointed in myself. As you can see, there was a bit of off-camera progress done. It's done off-camera because I forgot to hit start on my recording. So I've been talking to myself without the recording running for the past 10 minutes. So, just to summarize what happened was this episode's mainly going to be building. I especially this, and hopefully plans to build another factory, this general area where stuff over here will be moved and be more efficient. So, at the moment, I just finished building like the perimeter around this, like it's sloped up on this edge, but on other ones it's yes. So that's the summary of sort of what happened. I'm just disappointed in myself. I'm surprised that I didn't notice until literally finishing that when I glanced over at the recording to see how long I had been recording for. But so I had done some more mining as well to get the granite because as you can definitely guess, I ran out of the first stack, i.e. what we had last time. And now we're just building up the walls. Plus this factory is getting an extension this way to be sort of like an L shape. It looks almost like, like one of the Tetris pieces that, yeah, it looks kind of like that. So I've just got to keep building up this wall. I'm thinking occasional small windows. So like, well, not like that, but like just a simple filter on it. But I can just grab stuff out again. I'm thinking like a window like that. Once glass gets in it, it will look better. Then this is at a kind of an awkward place, actually. So I'm gonna do something slightly different. I'll move it down one. Oh, doesn't being that. The only problem with working at a running factory is that stuff's running. Luckily, it seems stuff pretty much just ignores my junk. So I think I'm gonna do them every 3. And accidentally broke something again. That doesn't matter too much. Here's another place. Oh, I guess that one just gets to be a gear. I'm gonna keep a window there because I really like repetition. Actually, I know what I could do. I could move this one over so that there's a 2 gap, since my other one anyways it doesn't come out in a clean pattern. So then I get to move this one over one, so that there's... Oh no, I actually just... I'm stupid. Never mind what I just was rambling about. So, I've got those built, so 4 windows to the side. I can do stuff more later on to help with the shape of it looking nice. For the moment, I'm gonna just seal up the rest of the walls as best as the materials I have allow me. I can build fast enough that like I don't need to like, do weird stuff. I will also need torches, but those can be found at a later date. Right, check that in. And I've got enough. Actually, I almost had enough granite slabs that I could do something, but... So, now, I've got walls starting along here. I could probably also use, like, actual granite wall blocks in between this to add more depth. Then probably, like, torches in between at certain points. All sorts of stuff can be figured out. So I'm going to actually check what all we need to do. Because I actually, literally, for herbalist heritage, all I need to do is just walk up certain places and just take it up with a bucket. That's all, because it won't register that I've done stuff until I do that, so we get rid of my water. The dirt gets it. Yeah, I need to get everything else in order first. So I've got to grab fibers. So that gets that. Spell parchment gets that. And the mage blooms aren't producing enough, so I'll have to figure out how I get more mage bloom seeds. I wonder for them if they're... So I think the seeds are actually craftable, but not fiber. So mage bloom seed... Super expensive and we can't afford it. So... I will try to find it hopefully in a little while. So... I'm gonna keep the impure source in here. Because I want it for a bucket. So, I'll just have to wait for Mage Bloom to grow. Which seems like one of them is. So So then the next time everything connects up, everything gets to be like in harmony. So I don't have anything that allows me to get more. Alright, so I will see you in a little bit once this is actually collected stuff. So I will see you then. Give me a little bit. So I was bored while waiting. So I went back and read this, where it tells me made can be sighted on islands high up in the sky. So we are over here, ways away from everything else, with a couple mage rooms. So I can pump this into the system and not have to wait, in addition to having some things. Alongside, there's the lily pad of fertility, which makes things grow faster. So we have 9 more seeds, where we can head back over this direction. And in my boredom, to get up to it, since I can't actually fly that high, I made the grapple whisk, which was pretty cheap and lets me grab onto stuff. It's got limited range, so I still have to have my jetpack to get up to it, but I can also use it to sort of like fling myself. I also saw this on my way here, which looks cool. We can explore it some other time. And I'm killing my game at how fast I'm moving. That's kind of because I turned my frames up to be able to, not frames, the render distance to see the islands. But we can turn that back down to very low. I'm gonna give my brain, not brain, my computer a minute to realize that it isn't dying. So there's stuff right there. Right. Which means I need to go get another bit of water, which can be just down here. Because I just break an ice block and it becomes water. It's as simple as that. This is really fun to use. Probably will allow me to be decently mobile even whenever I do not have stuff. Not, I mean like when my jetpack's out of fuel, so. Okay, there it is. And I've also got a craft. Actually, yeah, my hose in here. And getting down 9 more of these will be very beneficial. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't hoe lush dirt for some reason. I have to have normal dirt. So sort of just going for whatever design lets me surround this the most. So I use this 7. I need to replace the one there. So place the one right here that I accidentally jumped on. I need to toss in this. Oh, and I did not realize how powerful the lily pad of fertility is, because these were not grown at all a second ago. It does like bone meal every 5 seconds. So this stuff is pumping through really fast. So just one more. I'm gonna wait for that spell parchment to go so I can pick it up. Okay, so now that pumps over. I grab a bucket of the stuff, then tell it to go the opposite direction. So that's done. I can break this if my computer stops dying. My computer's like acting like it's gonna die any second now. I'm gonna grab something to like put onto the back so it will be propped up and like the fans have somewhere easy to go. So I broke that so it can't flow anywhere. When we flip that, this fills. Flip that back around. Checking that. Checking those. So yeah, impure source goes in there. And we're making a ton of source now. So now stuff's going really fast. So I can patch up some holes and then pretty much let this go to town. So now everything in this one, besides source gems, which I've got chilling in a chest somewhere, have been completed. So now I just need to find the actual source gems, and then eventually find some more floating islands, because that was really useful. So this has been a pretty slow session. So I just have to find the source gems and reap my rewards for everything. Okay, where are my source gems? Yeah, in here. Oh, and that was it. Now we get back, and get the fiber, stuff, and all that stuff. Okay. I'm gonna quick stack that all. Then a bunch more stuff is just gonna get dumped in chests because we now have access into some very, very useful machines. So I just need to get to precision mechanisms, and precision mechanisms make several things, which include integrational mechanisms, which are so useful because we get integration machines, which become a whole bunch of stuff, like logic cables. And if we get enough of them, we get static light panels. When static light panels go into display panels, then storage terminals, which let us do so much. So that allows us to get in the integrated stuff. So now, all we have to do is pretty much take what we have downstairs, all here, with its infinite duplication of room dust, actually, no, wait. So we've got several runic tablets here, which means we literally just need to grab a spout. Wait, if we have all the stuff to make. Also, speaking of stuff we can do with source gems, we can take them. They can make trinkets, but also, actually, where are they? I know we can make books, magic books from them. Or it may be from, yeah, source crystal fragments allow us to make a novice spellbook. If we can die, and mixing time in the bottle gets the second tier, but we can basically get stuff that mimics all our basic tools. So those will be required pretty soon. I should have at least one spout in here, I'd assume. I'm actually kind of surprised I don't have one. But I can probably just go steal it from somewhere. Where can I steal this? From if I don't, if I stop like bouncing between places. Yoink. You know what, I'm just stealing the whole thing. This thing doesn't function anyway, so it's not like I'm taking away any function. The main reason why I want to rebuild a bunch of stuff is that is a pain. It barely works. And we need it to work for future stuff. But it's just, the main thing is, liquids are so finicky. Like, I may go into the, like, literal just the code of this, and make and add, like, a spout recipe for it. It's just that horrible. So, well, I forgot a couple things, but between my backpack and what all I have, I should be able to make it. Well, I already had a spout here, so I guess I didn't need to steal it from that, but I do need to turn a log into casing, and then the casing another alloy to get his depot. Grab that. I'm thinking is I can. And I forgot the spout. I grabbed the spout. Another spout was here. And I somehow still messed it up. Yes, that gets placed there. Move all the swords up into there. And those just get placed. Wait. Let me check. Oh no, it's casting. Huh. Oh, I guess that can go back into its thing. I've not dealt with anything with that in a little while. I know I can directly spout from containers, but I also know where I have one. Because I know up in the uppermost floor of the base, I went way too south. But in the uppermost floor of the base, the way I've been getting iron is since I have a giant melted store in the dome, I've just been taking a spout and putting it into a basin. Because I've just got spouts right here. I think I have at least something. There's a bunch of seared stuff. I bet I have at least something for it up here. I've just been taking directly from that. Oh, it's empty though. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but I'll just make some more seared stuff. So I've got to make the route. Which is simple. Should that gets made into bricks, so on and so forth. Pretty sure, yeah, I need 7. Yeah, 7. So most likely I'm just gonna go run off after I grab my shovel, because I'd hate to forget that for another time. Because over here, they're at the beach, that's where I've always gone and grabbed it. Then I can bulk smelt it, and that'll be pretty much end of that. Yep, over here. I just release, and I drop like a stone. Okay, I just need for that. And then for this. Oh, that was all. I'm really glad that there are times where the solution is simple and clear. unlike a majority of this mod pack, which I'm gonna be honest, a ton of the time doesn't do a good job explaining what I'm really supposed to do. Sort of gives you an endpoint and expects you to know how to make your way there. Now I get to wait grout smelt, just like watching paint dry. Luckily it's only 8 items, so it doesn't take long. Now, table, got a spout. So, off we go. Also, so you know, the name for this location is never changing. It is gonna be forever called this. So, table, faucet, runic tablet. Oh, this is gonna take forever. So, I will see you in a minute once I get all these runic tablets turned into source gems. So, I'll be a minute. Hey, all of the source gems have been converted, and we've got 54 and used a majority of our current amount of source, but that is very much worth it. So, we currently have all of the second magic chapter done. It's been done for a couple days, honestly, but this thing was kind of we never got to fully clean everything. So, but everything else, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Anyway, this requires to get a cobblestone generator. So, bulk hunting, yeah. All this is pretty good. Oh, they're evil. If you see it, there's like the little faded one. That means they've hidden the parts after it. So they only show one little tree. And that goes to one, that goes to one. And that has ones. Yeah. So this is going to be a lot more complicated. And that's what I'm going to leave the episode on. So next, probably next episode will be a one that's going to be a lot of moving stuff over and building, similar to how this one was. But it's going to be more engineering focused and like revamping older parts to be a lot more efficient with the current state of stuff in mind, and most likely eventually fully automating certain things, like getting andesite alloy for fully automated, because literally all that needs is cobblestone generator set up to produce andesite, and then using that andesite combined with the like mineral shards, that'll make it. And then to get the basic machine parts, all that's needed is saws and the mineral slabs, which will require a mineral tree farm, which a bit more complicated than normal, but there's going to be a lot of planning next episode and stuff that will be very long term. Even though this series, everything is pretty much long term. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I will see you next time.